Hello, it's coffee time. We're gonna make some coffee, and today I'm gonna show off some new accessories I have for coffee. We're gonna make some espressos. We're gonna make just some espressos really, but I'm just gonna show off some of the stuff I've acquired over the week. I've done a little bit of tidying as well in the old coffee drawer, and I've realised I actually have some more coffee I haven't opened up yet. So yes, I also got more coffee because it came with the equipment. But more of that in a second.
Hey there, just a quick reminder, this is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays, or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video.
What should I start with? Let's start with what I've bought. I have bought a new way to store my coffee. So just make sure the cameras are working. They are. Because you know me, I usually just have them in a bag. He says, just still having this one in a bag. This one's fine because it seals airtight, and all the air can be pushed out quite well. But like even for the Monmouth stuff, I just keep it in the paper bag, I fold it over, and it's not really airtight. So, you know, I'm getting serious now. After 3 years, I'm getting serious. So I bought some airtight containers, specifically designed for coffee, but you can use kind of any airtight containers. But I've bought some Escape containers. And this one holds about 500 grams. I have two more. I have another black one and I have a white one. They come in yellow and stainless steel as well. So I got these for those more loosely bagged coffee ones. If they have it does roughly the same job as this sort of like resealable bag thing, where you can push out all the air and seal it so it doesn't take in any more air. It's not a vacuum one. You don't pump out the air completely, but it has got a cool mechanism. So it's got a nice frosted glass top because sunlight is bad for your coffee. If anyone didn't know that, sunlight is very bad for coffee. You don't want it in kind of direct sunlight, or kind of indirect sunlight either. So all those see-through airtight containers, kind of pointless unless you keep them in a cupboard. Hey Brick, how's it going? How's it going? My favorite colors, black, white, yellow, and stainless steel. They used to do one in my usual like teal colored like one, but they haven't, apparently they've stopped making that one. I was kind of annoyed. So I'm keeping an eye out to see if they do come out with that one. These are sold by Rave Coffee, or at least that's where I got them from. I think they're the ones who make them as well. So I actually got a load of Rave Coffee with it to try, but currently these are holding my opened bags of Monmouth coffee. So what you'll see, if I switch to this camera, what you'll see is I've taken the lid off, and then there's like a secondary thing in there. I've got the label in there so I know which coffee it is. It's got a little handle, as you can see. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Get the light in there. Come on, let's get the light in there. There you go. And this is like an air pump. It like pushes all the air out and then seals it. So if I... and that unseals. And has a very satisfying sound to it. I don't know if you heard that. Let me try it over the mic. Oh, it's like ASMR. So yes, I now have containers. I got 3 so far, all 500 grams. You get a 250 or you can get a 1 kilo one. They were all roughly the same price. So like the 250 was like £25. And then the bigger ones were only slightly more. So I'm guessing you're paying for the patent mechanism rather than the size. And the reason I was going ooh before I started the coffee bit was on their main screen. They've got a VR headset, and I'm like, why have they got a VR headset? I've just posted a link in chat. They've got a VR headset on their homepage because you can go to the. They've done it so that the coffee you get, you can then look up the. You can look up like the origins of it and see where the farm it's planted on. Bit of a gimmick, but okay. So yes, that was the first thing I got. So with that, I've got 3 containers. And I also then got their starter coffee pack. Well, they're like beginner try out our stuff pack. So I got coffee, signature blend, Italian blend, and Colombia one. These are luckily in sealed, resealable bags, so I don't have to touch them for a while. So they will be good. They were roasted on the day of order. So they are fresh. So they're also, you know, don't bother using them kind of for maybe a week anyway. But yeah, that's the first thing I got. Good tactile feel about it. Yeah, it's a really good mechanism. You can actually feel the air come out, and it's great. I think it's really good. It's not like a vacuum one, so you do get more expensive ones where you can pump the air out and like get rid of the oxygen. So coffee interacting with oxygen, it goes in. It basically spoils the coffee quicker. It makes it go stale quicker, as most food, right? Coffee is porous. The more you roast it, the more porous it gets. So dark roast is more porous. It's got carbon dioxide inside coffee, and that leaks out over time, which is why you don't want to, like, as soon as they're roasted, you want to give it a bit. So it kind of like, it releases a fair bit of that carbon dioxide, which is why you get like a lot of crema head and stuff like that, because it's about the gases. But you don't want oxygen to go in there because it spoils. It goes off. The oil inside goes off, things like that. So hence why you want to seal them off. Now, vacuum packing it obviously puts a negative pressure to the outside world, relatively. It's not going to be a true vacuum, but you know, it sucks out all the air between and in some cases inside the bean, which means it degasses kind of quicker as well when you think about it. So apparently that keeps it fresher for longer, but I went for these because these are a good middle ground. They're kind of just the same as your normal vacuum packed food containers, but fancy. Bit of a tangent because it's neither opaque nor vacuumed, but if you're using mason jars for storage versus canning, the ball leak-proof reusable lids are actually really, really good. Ooh. I mean, this is another thing. So I've got a jar here. This actually has decaf in it. This is doing roughly the same job, but you can see there is a gap. The less coffee you have in there, the more air is in there. So, although no extra air is getting in or out, or at least very little because it should be airtight, there's still that like room where there's a gap of air, which is why that middle mechanism is really good because it pushes that out and it's like a double seal then. Anyway, that is my new stuff. And we are going to be... I've also organised this box here with all my coffee in it. So I got rid of all the crap in there. And we're going to be doing an espresso with probably these two. I need to finish this one off. It's been open for a bit. Speaking of life and longevity of coffee. Excuse me, I need to cough. I can't mute. Alright, the other toy I got, it's been something I've been looking around for a while, but I haven't found the right one, is I got a scales. Got some scales, some small scales for on the espresso machine. So this sits underneath the, this sits on top, and it will time and measure how much is coming out of the machine. So it's taken me a while to find some like ones the right size, because the drain area of the coffee is kind of small. The area where underneath the group head is smaller than others. So the other ones are more like square and fat, and it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit. So I've had to find the right one. So we got that now. So I can now measure. But I need to remember not to put it under there until I have to, because we won't be able to do the cooling flush. Anyway, shall we have some coffee? I'm going to be using the coffee from last week, which was the Batcher coffee one. It has now been put into here. So I can... Oh, that's such a good sound. I love it. Just so you can see there's like a little thing where the air comes out and you seal that off. But also it's got a like double ring seal sort of thing here on the side. Patent technology. These are also inside a bag, because that's how I was storing them. So these are triple sealed. Again, this is another thing you could do. You could just get a sealable bag and push all the air out and seal it. But again, it's not perfect. None of these are perfect. They'll just help. Right. Oh, I missed. Over there. Bit too much. There we go, 20 grams. I might as well just pour these straight in now. I've also frozen about 160 grams of this stuff from last week, as I said I would. So it's in the freezer, and we can pull that out at some point in the next few months. Coffee! Oh, well done, Sonny. Boo! Shall we ask the masses if that was a good or bad pun? Oh, it was a bad pun. It was a bad pun. That was a bad one. The crowd does not approve. Right, the only thing you gotta do with these is you've gotta like make sure they're level, because obviously it's pushing down to a level. So you gotta make sure they're level. Push it down, not too firmly, doesn't need to be too firm. There we go. Job done. It's very satisfying. Oh, there we are. Oh, I forgot to put the label back in. Okay, let's get these on the go. It's gonna get a bit loud while we grind. All your puns are bad and therefore good. If you're confident that your Ziploc is watertight, you can do a really good job of pushing the air out, smudge it. I mean, you don't even have to, as long as the bag part, it's not necessarily the sealed part needs to be watertight, because you just put the contents in, leaving the top out, couldn't you? And it should, yeah, it should push most of the air out, and then you seal it. It's not a bad way of doing it. It's just vacuum packing it, isn't it, really? Yeah. Just vacuum packing it. Of course, you've got to be confident that the bag is tight, is watertight, otherwise you're screwed. The goal of a pun is to make everyone groan. No, not necessarily. It's also to make everyone go, oh, that was clever. I hate you. Right. Let's get this on the go. For those of you that have joined us since the start, how is your weekend going? What have you been up to? Tell us. There we go. So what the scales is going to help me do is to dial in, basically, because I want that 2-to-1 ratio over about 25 to 35 seconds. 2 to 2.5 to 1 ratio. Right. So anywhere between 40 and 50 grams out over 25 to 35 seconds is what I would aim for. And we're going to see if I'm anywhere near it with this grind level. It's going to be interesting. Let me get that cooling on the go first. There we go. Right, got my coffee ready. That's cooling. We'll give it a second. Try it off. Put the time there. Let's get the camera moved. Can you see it? You can see that. Great. Great. I don't know if you'll be able to see the screen, but it's fine. Let's stick you in. So it does raise this a bit, so we have to be a little bit careful. Put that in, make sure it's centered. Turn it on. Here's a little beepy. So it's got time at the top, and it's got weight at the bottom. I'm gonna put it on. Turn it off auto time. There we go. I need to change it back to grams or mils. I mean, it's the same. Right, that should be on auto time. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll start the timer. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Can you see that? I'll start the timer as soon as I get going. And stop it when it gets to 40-ish grams or mils. Same thing, same difference. Cool. Did that go? Oh, the timer's not going. Fuck's sake. No, can you go? Okay. I don't know why the timer doesn't kick off then, but it's now doing it. That's way too fast. Way too fast. All right, we ended up with about 50, or about probably about 20 seconds. I got the instructions here, and I don't know why that. So timer. I just want it to normal time. Can I normal time? Oh, okay. How do I reset timer? 2 seconds to reset the timer. No, that's unpaused. There we go. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. Anyway, that was a bit too quick. It was about 20 seconds by the time I got the timer working. It does have an auto time function, so you could time the actual, because people like to know like the time for it to leave the They like to know like how much time does it take for the water to like pressurize, then how much time it's coming through the grinds, and how much time the coffee at the end is coming out. So you can time the out time. So basically, once the weight starts going up, the timer will start. That's the auto timer bit. It will start timing when something gets into this. And that's what it did. So that was about 15, 16 seconds by the time we got to 50, which again, that's the high end. So we're really pushing it on this one, that this one is not fine enough, really. Unfortunately, it's not fine enough. I'm just gonna rinse that out. Which means my grinder, because that was kind of the lowest we can go. That's my grinder getting to its limit. I've thought about upgrading the burrs in them to deal with finer things, but oh well. Anyway, got some coffee there. Let's make a little Americano with cold milk. I have to remember to keep moving that out the way because it gets a bit steamy. Just a little teeny bit steamy, and steam plus electronics are not good. You're just doing a little drawing. What are you drawing? Marianne, hello! Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Let's go back to chat for a second. Oh, my shoulder's hurting today. Let's do a stretch. Everyone get up and stretch. Oh. You're drawing your vampire, the masquerade character, in a fancy floor length dress. Well, isn't that nice? Anyway, coffee. Cheers. Yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best. But hey, that's why we've got the scales and stuff, so I can time it out, and then maybe justify getting a new grinder. No, I might upgrade the burrs. You can upgrade the burrs, get better ones, and it should handle finer things. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I've done my spending from this payday. I also got some upgrades for the 3D printer. Got some magnetic bed solid plate thing to help me print better things. So yeah, spending is kind of done on this one. Next month, maybe. The problem with putting new burrs in is I will lose all sense of what the level, like I know I need to set it to like 18 for AeroPress, and like you know, what levels I need to set for each type of brewing. Completely reset that. I'll have no idea. No idea. We'll have to experiment a lot. Actually, that's not bad. Not bad. Could have come out worse. So that's the one we did in AeroPress last week, and that was amazing. I think I prefer it from the AeroPress. I think I prefer it from the AeroPress. But it's fine. That's fine. It's all good. While we're talking about this, while we're here, I don't know what to be doing after the coffee segment of this stream. Like, do I play a game? just do a chatting stream while I tidy my room. I don't really want to start new Lego right now. I want to save a couple of those. So, if anyone has any, chatting and tidying sounds cool. But then I've got to tidy. No, it does sound cool. I'm thinking about rearranging that bottom shelf slightly. Well, both shelves really. I don't need everything on there. You're going out some... do anything. We need milk. I just used the last of the milk. And carrots. There's Body W.
Drink, I like it. Another!
Joe!
Buy milk 10.
Buy milk 10. Oh no, it didn't do the thing. It didn't do the thing because it was part of the sub. Thank you for the sub. 40 months. Wow, it's like a whole year. God, it's been a year already. How are you doing, Joe? How is your Sunday shaping up to be, considering it's what, 8 a.m. over there? And hold on, I got my, yes, 8 a.m. What's the weather like? Yum carrots, indeed. They're for Neo. He has carrots before bed. Like he has like a chunk of carrot before bed because it's better than like dead to sticks. Geek is getting some beetles and has some ladybirds. Ladybirds are killing all the aphids. And the beetles are just there for show. Go back from your run. How was the run? It's gonna be hot. So you got it in early. Nice. Good stuff. Now you can relax and have a coffee. Speaking of coffee, should we have another coffee? What's going on here? Shall we do a coffee? I was just showing off my new accessories, Joe. I have a new, very fancy. Not fancy. They're not that fancy. Fancy-ish. Airtight jars, but they have this mechanism in them which do like a really cool. That's nice. Cafe is on the menu. Good. Please go check out Joe if you haven't already checked out Joe. He is going to be doing a charity stream later today. 7:30 UK time, I believe.
Oh yeah, grip it and rip it.
Grip it and rip it indeed. Anyway, for trans something, what is it? Trans Lifeline? God, I've forgotten the charity. I only read it out like a few minutes ago. Trans Lifeline. Go check out Joe. That's a new type of grip it and rip it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's just so good. Good ASMR. I also got a new. Why can't I think of words today? Scales. But these are the scales that go underneath the espresso machine, so I can weigh how much is coming out and time it and stuff. So we're going to be doing that shortly. Schwarp. So yes, new scales. What am I doing? Weighing. And then we're trying to decide what I'm going to do after I've made my coffee. Suggestions welcome. I did say I could rearrange some of my stuff. And you guys could just watch while I talk over it. That is an option. Right, let's do... Let's do that. I think that's about right for this one. Back in the mode, just gotta empty this out. $2:30 EST, 7:30 UK time is Joe's charity stream. He's going to be playing some Red Dead Redemption 2 with crowd control, so you know it's going to be chaos. Or at least that's the plan, isn't it, Joe? Work smarter, not harder. Alright. It was just whether I played a game or not. Are our gardens being absolutely consumed by snails this year? No, but we have absolutely tons of slugs, so we always do. This time of year, so many slugs. Bloody loads of them. They all come crawling out at night or when it rains. I'm just going to do this for this one. That's a bit staticky, that. Here we go. Get a little tool, break up all those clumps. Right, there we are, nice flat bed, put the puck screen on top. Let's do a quick cooling flush. Yeah, the birds do eat most of the snails. It has been an exceedingly wet spring. Entire veg patch. Ooh, host of snails, eh? Your hostas have been destroyed. We've been giving up on our kale. The wormies have claimed it. I mean, you are contributing to, you know, the ecosystem, regardless. So it's not a bad thing. Right, let's get that in there. So scales go on. That in there. Turn it on. Okay, let me just check. Is that working? Okay, we're back on manual mode. That's what I wanted. Cool. Right. Can you see? So as soon as I do this, we're going to start the timer. So what we want is 40 grams for about, I don't know if you can see that. for about 25 seconds. Ooh, that's still a bit fast. That's about 20 seconds again. I went a little bit coarser on that one because I was testing this yesterday and that seemed about right. But okay, fair enough. We've gone a little bit over. We've gone a little bit over under time. So this is going to be too quick. And under extracted when you think about it. Because it hasn't had time to contact the get in contact with the coffee correctly. It's gone through it. It might have been some channeling basically. That's what we're thinking. Anyway, this is why I've got it. So I can improve my espresso output basically. Have I got enough milk to do a little latte sort of thing? That'll help. A little latte sort of thing should reduce any sourness from the under extraction. Your lettuce is gone. You could plant a sacrificial cabbage. A wall of cabbages to sacrifice. Things like mint and lavender around it, yeah, because they don't like the smell, do they? We tried doing marigolds from seed instead of starters this year. The delay was not ideal. Oof. Oof, yeah, because if they don't start, it probably delays it quite a bit. Yeah, let's do a little. Let's do a little steamy of milk, shall we? There we go. Oof, went a little bit over it on the temperature, unfortunately. But that'll do. Ah, God damn it, I just stabbed myself with the fucking distribution tool twice. Alright, yeah, that's way too hot. It's because there wasn't much milk in there, so it went a little quicker than I was expecting. Also, it doesn't seem to have... it doesn't seem to have bubbled it quite a lot. Interesting. So I'm going to attempt to fold it a bit. No, that's just made hot milk. Yeah, that's not got literally no bubbles in it whatsoever. Okay, so I'm not expecting good results from this. Nope, no foam whatsoever. Very little. There wasn't enough milk in there. I think it's because it's nearing the end of its life. Maybe it couldn't do it very well. Let's turn that off. Oh well, we've got coffee. What do we care? Shower time! Thanks for the look, Joe. Thank you for the look. Went away at the wrong time for my seeds to be, so they failed, yeah. Quickly, I've got to say something else. My streak will get ruined again. What streak? You haven't got a streak. I reset it. Oh, wouldn't that be an absolute pain in the butt if I could reset everyone's streak? Can I actually, like, see your streak from your card? I can send you a warning now. I don't want to send it because then it'll be again a mod, like it goes in your mod actions of what you did. But I can send warnings to people. You're on 88 streams now. 1.21 gigawatts. That was a Back to the Future reference if anyone didn't get it. Did I reset it from 3 to 4? Yeah. Just do a random stream at 3 a.m. So, I wonder, and this is something that I was thinking about. Obviously, if you don't turn up to a stream, it will reset. It should do. It should give you like maybe 1 grace, but maybe it doesn't. If the stream failed, like if it crashed right now, and I didn't get the stream back up and running in the 90 seconds that it counts it as being the same stream, if you were only here for the first one, would the second one cancel your streak? Like, what would it, if it counts as, because it counts as an extra VOD, it counts as an extra stream, would that break your streak? And it's kind of a dick move, really, when you think about it, but on Twitch's part, but it is annoying. The other thing is, sometimes when I'm starting the stream, not everything connects properly. So I'll go start stream and I'll notice something automated didn't happen, because I have a few automated things happen to make sure, like, the soundboard's connected, my stream deck's connected, my sound's working, bot's connected. That does a lot of things. And if one of them doesn't work, I instantly stop the stream. But sometimes I don't notice straight away. And then I've got to try and fix it. And if that fixing it, I mean, Twitch gives you like a 15-second window where it doesn't technically register the stream. I think it's 15 seconds, 30 seconds. I've noticed that you can be live for about 15 seconds and it doesn't register it as a stream at all. It doesn't send out any notifications or anything like that. But if that's a little bit iffy and I stop it and then I have to go, oh, I've got to reset the whole computer, and that takes longer than 2 minutes or whatever. Technically, I've streamed twice in that day. So it might have been me with broken tech. It could be the stream crashing, or it could be you just didn't talk in the stream. If you only popped in for a minute and didn't talk, something like that. I don't put too much weight on it. It's just very fiddly. I could set up my own bot version of it if you want. Kind of like the first Redeem and kind of like Moss's testicles one. I could set up my own where it counts how many times you've been here. And it doesn't count, and if you miss, it doesn't matter. It should just be a channel point redeem. If you're that worried about it, I can do that. Second one counts as a new stream. Irrelevant, if your stream dies for more than 90 seconds, you're dead to us. Twitch viewers are extremely fickle. Have you noticed that? If a stream dies, the viewership drops off like by at least 50%. And it's because, one of the reasons is because a lot of people are on mobile. Mobile doesn't automatically reconnect. If you're on the web, it does automatically reconnect. It will say, it will just refresh the page when you go live, and technically you're then viewing it again. But the mobile player doesn't start up again. You have to literally close it, go back in. So mobile viewership really kills off, like dies off, like kills the numbers if you crash. Well done, Twitch. Nice. Couldn't just make an app which is a web page, no. You also need to be in chat for X amount of time for it to count. Yeah, but what is that time? They haven't divulged that, have they? Anyway, we got a coffee here. I've been talking too much. We got a coffee. This is the second coffee. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It'll do. It's not great. But now I have the scales, I can dial it in better. We can do more precise things. You see. You don't have to talk, it's just a time thing. You have a checking command. You do have to talk if you're a mobile. Oh, okay. I think we need a Demper. Demper was here command. Hold on. Well, that's the end of coffee time. We're now going to be pissing about with my shelf and doing bot commands by the sounds of it. So stick around for that. Thank you for watching Coffee Time. Coffee time is over.